There's a lantern glow in a tiny town. From the mountain's face to the lakes below, you can hear the laughter in the candles' glow.
Old Man Mountain keeps watch each year, grumpy once, but now sincere. Pepper's name still rings around in the stories told through Peppertown. Welcome home to Peppertown, where the lights all twinkle when the sun goes down. Every window tells a tale of snowy nights and a Christmas trail. From the mountain top to the boardwalk sound, there's magic here in Peppertown.
The first to come were the hunters. The railway had just stretched its iron arms into the valley, and with it came men and women eager to test their skill. The whistle of the train startled a deer from the brush and echoed across the cliffs. And looming above it all was the old mountain. He was called the Grumpy Mountain, for storms rumbled at his crown and shadows stretched long across the valley. Travelers swore they heard him muttering words in the night. Yet the hunters came, rifles slung, boots crunching, chasing game at its feet. Only the mountain watched, weary, scowling, and silent. It was during a hunt that the valley revealed its secrets. A rifle shot startling a stag, and as the hunter gave chase, one stumbled upon a glimmer in the stream bed. Not the shine of water, but the sparkle of gold. Word spread like fire in the dry grass. Soon miners and settlers came with pans, picks, and dreams. Tents and campfire gave way to cottages and chimneys. A smithy hammered night and day. This little hamlet was called Jasmineshire. Life was sweet in those early days. The shops bustled, children played in the tall grass, and lanterns glowed warm in the cottage windows. Hope filled the valley. Even the old mountain grumbles seemed to be quieter. Heat weighed heavy, the air as dry as parchment. One stormy night, lightning split the sky and struck a rooftop. In an instant, fire leapt to life. The wind carried flames from house to house. Sparks flew like angry stars, and Jasmineshire roared like a furnace. The families, they clutched what little they could and ran into the stormlit night. The railway saved them. Its whistle cut through the chaos, and a train stood ready. One by one, the people boarded, lanterns in hand, leaving behind smoke and ruin. By dawn, Jasmineshire was gone. Only ashes smoldered in the valley, yet its people were safe, frightened but together, carried to the far side of the mountain. There, on the far slope, survivors stepping down from the train. Before them stretched a valley untouched by fire, green meadows, clear streams, and a shining lake hidden like a jewel amongst the trees. They let the waters wash the smoke away from their hands. Children waded in the shallows, laughter echoing the shores. Hunters brought back fish, families pitched tents, and soon new homes rose sturdier than before. Here, life began again. The lake became the heart of the new village. Paths wound around the shores, campfires flickered, and lanterns glowed once more against the night. This was no longer Jasmineshire. It was the first breath of something stronger. One autumn, a band of villagers hiked higher into the folds of the old mountain. Lanterns swayed in the pines until they heard it, the thunder of water. Through the trees, they discovered a great waterfall tumbling down the rocks, white and wild, its spray cool and bright. The villagers called it a gift, proof that life here would always flow anew. Then a storm came. With it, a landslide thundered down. When the dust cleared, the mountain's face had changed, softened, no longer so grim. The people took this as a sign. The grumpy mountain had grown gentler, as though blessing their new beginning. It was then that they decided to call the name of the mountain Old Man Mountain. One night, as the villagers gathered around a fire, a small, ashy-gray kitty patted from the trees. She was thin, singed a little, and stubbornly alive. They all knew her at once. It was Pepper. And so, in her honor, the new village would be named Peppertown. The gold veins ran dry, and the mines fell silent. But Peppertown did not fade. A new railway curled through the valley, carrying travelers not for gold, but wonder. Families stepped down with luggage and skis, their eyes bright with excitement. In winter, the slopes became a ski hill. Lanterns lit the snow. Sleds raced, and laughter rang louder than any miner's hammer. Peppertown's future was no longer in stone and ore, but joy and tradition. Even Old Man Mountain seemed proud. But mountains change, and so does fortune. One late winter, the cliff gave way with a roar like thunder. Stone and snow came crashing down, burying the ski hill beneath everything. The townsfolk stood silent, mourning the loss of their beloved ski hill. Yet Peppertown has always risen from tragedy. One early spring, a small party set out towards the eastern slopes in hopes to find new grounds for a ski hill. The journey was cold and quiet, their lanterns casting golden halos in the mist that had long drifted through the valley, a mystery no one has ever explored. And through the pines they came upon it. Nestled among the rocks lay pools of crystal clear water, steaming softly against the chill of the mountain air. The mist was no longer a mystery, for it was warm hot springs bubbling up from the heart of the earth, a gift revealed by loss, where comfort and wonder waited, as if the mountain himself had chosen to make amends. When the snow melted and the valley thawed, the town awoke with new life. Down by the lake, a new campground opened, a cheerful stretch of tents and glowing fire pits nestled between the pines. From here, a trail wound through the forest, guiding hikers towards the hot springs, then further to the great waterfall, and finally to the summit lookout where the whole valley shimmered below. Through the spring and summer, villagers cleared stones and broken timbers, opening a smaller run for the children, a place for sleds, laughter, and racing down the slopes. Beside the hill, a new skating rink took shape. Lanterns hung from wooden posts. Music and laughter filled the air, families gliding in circles beneath the canopy of stars. Every few years, Peppertown finds a way to make itself shine just a little brighter. This time, it begins with a plan, a new boardwalk stretching out from the edge of Pepper's Park and overlooking a quiet gully below. The gully had always been there, a tangle of trees and a trickling stream, a place where birds sang first thing in the morning, but now a sturdy walkway above it. It became something magical, a place to pause, breathe, and listen to the heartbeat of the town itself. The park got its own facelift too. New benches, fresh grass, lanterns that glowed warm at night. It quickly became a place to gather, whether for a summer fair or a simple evening stroll. Down the street, downtown got its own upgrade. Shop front repainted, windows decorated, and the old brickwork polished to a proud shine. With every nail, brushstroke, and bloom, Peppertown felt alive again. Not just because of what was built, but because of what it means. The magic of Peppertown doesn't end at Main Street. Beyond the lantern glow, the road stretches on a quiet, snow-covered path winding through the hills. Along the way, a small drive-in theater flickers to life, its screen lighting the night as families watch from their cars wrapped warmly in their blankets. Further down, the road twists through tall pines, where the forest hums softly beneath a sky of falling snow. Soon, the lights of a tree farm appear, rows of evergreens waiting to be chosen, sleds creaking, saws singing, and the scent of fresh-cut trees thick in the crisp air. Across the road, you'll find a petting zoo glowing warmly in the dusk. children laughing and feeding friendly animals while soft music drifts through the barn doors. And when the cold begins to bite, there's always a place to warm up with a cup of joy at the zoo's cafe, sharing stories over a warm cup of hot cocoa. By the time the stars rise high, Peppertown is just a shimmer on the horizon, but its warmth travels with every person who carries its spirit down the road. Welcome home to Peppertown.
Up in the hills where the snow drifts down, there's a lantern glow in a tiny town. From the mountain's face to the lakes below, you can hear the laughter in the candles' glow.
Old Man Mountain keeps watch each year, grumpy once but now sincere. Pepper's name still rings around in the stories told through Peppertown. Welcome home to Peppertown, where the lights all twinkle when the sun goes down. Every window tells a tale of snowy nights and a Christmas trail. From the mountain top to the boardwalk sound, there's magic here in Peppertown.
Tumbly dreams by the hot springs mist.
Kimmy's campground can't resist. Zorro zoomies down the hill, laughing hearts and winter chill. The tack lake sparkles, the moonlight sings, carved wood signs and angel wings. Each little build a love passed down, brick by brick in Peppertown. Welcome home to Peppertown, where the lights all twinkle when the sun goes down. Every window tells a tale of snowy nights and a Christmas trail. From the mountain top to the boardwalk sound, there's magic here in Peppertown.
Through every storm the candles gleam,
Holding tight to a maker's dream.
the great fire came but they built anew.
With paint-stained hands and hearts so true. Welcome home to Peppertown, where the love you build will come back round. Lanterns glow and carolers sing, snowflakes dance on angel wings. From Doogly's Lake to the mountain's crown, you'll find your heart in Peppertown.